Hello Virgos, and welcome to your mid-month July 2021 check-in. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising signs for a more well-rounded perspective of this general reading. And should you be interested in an extended version of the reading, this is available for a small fee, and the link for that will be in the description box below. All right, let's go ahead and begin. And the first card we have is the Temperance card, and I feel like the first thing that stood out for me is the fact that this particular image has an angel in it, and I feel like I am being told that there is an aspect of guardian angel involved in your life right now. So whatever you're going through, there's definitely an aspect of a guardian angel who is tapping into really trying to impact the flow of life around you to your benefit. And I feel like this is being told to you as a means of encouragement. So whatever it is that you're going through seems like it is allowing you to feel like you are alone, and you're being reminded just in this imagery alone that you are not alone, and that there is definitely a support, a guardian angel of some sort, a guardian spirit of some sort on the other side, who is attempting to impact the energy or flow of life around you for your benefit. That being said, the Temperance card also means a sense of balance from an alchemic perception. So not so much balance as far as the weight of things being balanced, as you see usually in the Justice card, you see the scales and you see things being weighed and you want things to be equal on both sides. This is not that sort of balance. This is balance as far as how things mix together to create a harmonious balance. So it's the sort of balance that you see that's a little bit more stretched out, kind of like the seasons, and how the seasons might be. When you look at the year, there is a balance as far as a dark half of the year and a light half of the year, but it's not an absolute balance. There's a gradual process from one into the other and then back again. So there's a balance in between the two, but it's not an exactness. There's a process, there's a transition. Another aspect of this would be in the sense of baking. For a harmonious balance, ironically, when you bake a cake, if you bake it from scratch, you actually do add salt because the way it enhances other flavors, but you only add a little bit of salt because if you add too much, it puts the whole flavor out of balance. It's that sort of sense, and this is something that's going on in your life right now, that guardian aspect that is kind of trying to mold and push the energies around you as far as life is concerned. It is to create a balance, and sometimes the ingredients that's being pushed into your life are not always the best. Not the best, that's not the word. They're not always the of the flavors that you might like at the time that it's happening, but the end result is going to be something that's much more palatable by the time everything is complete. So that's just an overall message to begin with. And we have Ace of Swords. I feel like this is a request for you to see things from a new, fresh perspective. You've been working on something. You get an overall sense of having tired eyes as a result of working on whatever it is that you're working on. So you've been kind of going over the data, going over the information. I get an overall image of someone sitting at a desk and having one of those tension headaches that you feel in your eyes and you feel in your eyebrows as a result of all of the hard work and just spending hours bent over, hunched over paperwork. And you're just being told to take this from a fresh perspective. Sometimes it takes getting up and walking away for a time period. Sometimes it takes calling in someone who can look at it from a different point of view, look at it from with a new, fresh set of eyes. This is the sort of scenario. This is the request that they're putting in for you. Some of you, this actually falls in line with whatever this situation is, and for some of you, it's something totally different. However it resonates, take it, and what doesn't, just leave it. But overall, there is the sense for you to be able to somehow tap into a fresh pair of eyes regarding the situation, looking at something from a new perspective, a fresh perspective. And like I said, sometimes it takes walking away from it for a little bit before coming back, doing something else for a little bit of time, resting the eyes, so to speak, be that metaphorically or actually physically, however it applies, but definitely a fresh point of view, a fresh perspective, fresh set of eyes, be the rested or new set. Either way, this is what you're being being asked to. And finally, we have cafe, create sacred space. I feel like this is really tapping into that aspect of walking away for a bit so you can refresh your eyesight so that you can see it from a different perspective. You're being told to tap into something that allows you to heal, that allows you to take care of yourself, that allows you to nurture so that you are healthier and refreshed when you return to whatever the situation or scenario is. This doesn't necessarily mean you have to create a sacred space as much as just allow yourself to pull in or draw in that energy of being in a sacred space that allows you to heal and, like I said already, refresh yourself. But for some of you who already have a spiritual practice, or those of you who have been thinking about or feeling inclined to create a sacred space or a practice that includes a sacred space, this is your sign to tap into that. If you have one already, clean it up, refresh that, spend some time kind of decluttering the energy that may have gotten stagnant around your sacred space, so that you can sit there and nurture yourself and then return to whatever this is. And for those of you who do not have a sacred space, tap into researching what it is that you can do if you haven't already. And if you have already done the research, it's time to kind of take action on that. Create a little nook, create a little sacred space for yourself to be able to sit in and heal and refresh your body, mind, and soul within your own home, however that may look for you. All right, Virgos, that is all I have for you as far as the mid-month check-in. This is basically a message from the other side letting you know that you need to rest and give yourself a moment to refresh yourself as you finish up and close the month of July. As I stated already, there is an extended reading attached to this for a small fee, available as a link in the description box below. Also, be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising sign for a more well-rounded reading, and hopefully I will see you in August.